commentating as I go. Hello YouTube, this is Mars Gaming and welcome to my ESO commentary on Battlegrounds. This is just going to be a light commentary on the last Battlegrounds match that I had. It's the guys that we were fighting against were pretty good. The guys on my team did pretty well around the end. Like we grouped up, worked together and everything. Everything pretty much worked out very well because the call outs I made, I was saying we need to make a heal bubble. Because a lot of the times here, we just were not grouped up together. But once we grouped up, we gradually were making a comeback, which was really good. Really good. I even say it here, staying grouped up is how we win this match. So I'm going to speed this up. Okay, here's where I kind of notice, because a lot of people aren't grouping up and we're not really pushing together. We're sitting back a little too hard. I guess we pushed up here. I'm not sure where the other two are. Somebody got thrown off. We can't finish that target because the Nightblade... Okay, they turned around. So everybody got there kind of late. Trying to get a little extra outgoing healing. I guess nobody was really grouped up in this part, and that kind of caused a lot of problems here. I noticed that. I got lucky and got that assist and that kill. I backed off. I tend to back off because I can't stay in those like serious AoEs for too long. Definitely will die very easily no matter how tanky I am. Now I just remain backed off a little bit. This guy comes and engages me. Just finish him off real quick since he's by himself and he's not healing. Break line of sight, which didn't matter because I got CC'd anyway. Took that kill, and then purple finishes me off. Or, yep, they finished me off here. Now, a lot of this most of these situations, these are pretty common, especially since when you go out alone, you just die because you have no exterior healing. There's nothing that can help save you, and your team is like nowhere near you. The best thing you can do if you want to survive more and get more points in BGs, you have to make like a heal bubble. I call it out later. The best, like what I mean by heal bubble is you want to focus on damage mitigation through group healing. That's what I mean by heal bubble. Because if, for example, since we on my team was a Mag Sorc, a Mag Templar, I believe that was the healer, a Stamina Nightblade, and myself a Stam Sorc. If me and the Nightblade constantly have heals going out, that's most likely if I'm crit healing on Vigors, that's going to be about 750, maybe 900 Vigor ticks if I crit. His are going to be higher than mine, maybe 900 to 1,000. But that's a lot of healing back and forth going on. And not to mention we have a healer and then a Maxor can put a healing ward on us if not. And then we're healing them in turn. Not to mention, if we're together, we can burst people down a lot easier. That's most of the problems that most people have in Battlegrounds. Now, these guys on my team, when we got it together, they didn't get a whole lot of kills at the end, but they got kills, which is important, and they got points and healing points, I believe. So, rolling the video, continuing on. I'm going to speed this up a bit. I don't want to miss anything important here. Yeah, just pretty much doing callouts. Let's see. I think it got kind of bad on the grouping on this part. That's when I just called it out. I didn't want to jump down there because I knew what would happen. Like being a Stam Sorc and a whole bunch of AoEs and then get dotted up. I'm not being focused terribly hard right now, which is kind of good. Now I'm about to be. Now here's the biggest thing. Only one person actually saw what I was doing, and I don't know where the rest of the team was, which was an even bigger issue. I pretty much had stacked at least 2 to 3 dots on every purple team member right there. I'm sorry.
Not even paying attention.
Yeah, they weren't paying attention. I dotted up all of them and then dropped a Dawnbreaker. Now he's stuck right there. He saw, but it was kind of late. I guess we kind of grouped right here, but at the same time, we're getting spread out. We're not healing each other. I think the healer's under pressure right now too, because I can't in this situation when you know where you're never like trying to stick together. I can't protect the healer. I can't protect the healer. The Nightblade can't protect the healer, and the Stam Sorc definitely can't even protect themselves. And the Mag Sorc can't protect themselves or the healer. In most of these situations, you're pretty much fucked because if you're not working together, like um, if you're not working together, for example, like a usual PVE setup, like if you're not trying to mitigate damage on the healer, because I'll step in front of anyone and block any incoming damage because most abilities are single target, especially if they're at range. Like if I'm standing right in front of my teammate and he's like low health, if I hit him with one vigor and then he can hit himself with another vigor, he'll survive, especially since I'm taking the brunt of the damage. I'll do that even if I'm low health myself, unless I absolutely can't save him. That's the only case. Or if I can't get to him fast enough. Those are most of the things that make you a successful BG player in the long run. Not saying that I'm the greatest at it, but I've gauged these things over time. Alright, continuing on. Let's get most of this. I'm saying we have to group up, don't rush. I was telling them if we get together, this'll I was saying we got this, but we gotta work together. A lot of times, if you don't work together, then yeah, if you're really not working together, you're not really benefiting anything because you're not getting any extra assists. You're not most likely not going to get any kills. Most likely your kills are going to get stolen because that's what happens a lot. I've been a part of a lot of matches where we could have won, but the team wasn't there, and the other team that was right on the edge of winning, just like we were, they got the execute on the enemies that I had at 5%, and they just won the game. Especially snipe spammers. That's something that happens way too often, which is, I guess, acceptable since it's an ability in the game. But regardless, teamwork is really what makes BGs a a more fun experience, in my opinion. Because a lot of the times, if you're fighting really good players, and then you yourselves are really good players, as in you understand how team cohesion works. Team cohesion is the most important thing here. Like this isn't a place where you need to focus on getting X videos or 1vx's, 2vx's. That's fine if you get them, or so on and so forth. But the focus is functioning with the team. Even if your pubs, like there's a group chat, there's voice chat, there's something in the game that helps you function together. Like if you focus on if you focus on functioning together, like if I time my ults with your ults, we're going to finish them off, and we have a chance of winning the game, even if the score is god awful. Because if we're working together, if we're healing each other together, we're gonna win this game because they can't kill us because we're mitigating too much damage, and they have to notice that and they have to adjust for that. And then if we see them noticing that, we have to adjust for that and prepare to finish them off in any way we possibly can. This is all about strategy and tactic, understanding how other people function, or how other people work, just by another thing, awareness. You really should be aware of where your teammates are as well, because sometimes you really just should follow them. I understand like some certain things happen. This guy teabagged you and you didn't like that, but who gives a fuck? That guy's garbage. You should focus on following your team no matter what. If it's the healer, follow him anywhere because he's the one that needs to survive most. Now, getting off the rant, let's continue with the video. About the damage. We have the damage. We just have to work together. Okay, I think here is where it takes a turn and we just completely just do everything in our power to come back. Because you're going to see a huge point jump coming up. Excuse me. Okay, we see purple. You see purple here. We're going to try and clean them up. We see that one, yeah, that's the warden. Oh yeah, that's another thing. This is one of the few times I'm going to pause it. Choose your targets carefully in deathmatch because you have to make split-second decisions. Like if you see a tanky target, you might want to just put a little pressure on them and then leave them alone. Like if they're full health, like a warden, like a Stam warden, you really have to make the appropriate choices whether you want to engage them or not, because sometimes it's just not going to work because you're not going to kill them fast enough unless you have an amazing amount of burst. Like if it's a mag warden healer, you might as well just not even bother. Like someone, I'm throwing names out there like Healing Hermit. He averages 1.2 million healing per game. There's no purpose in trying to kill him because you're not going to kill him. It's just not going to happen. Unless all of you are literally beating down on him and then drop ult at the same time, that might be the only time you kill him. But that's only if another player on his team isn't supporting him, which most likely he is. So it's pointless in trying to kill extremely tanky targets and they know what they're doing. You want to try and go for more incompetent players first before you try and take out tankier targets. Moving on. They ran too far up. He ran too far up. In this case, I just barely got there to save him. Luckily, he healed himself a little bit. I got back up there, and I was kind of glad it was. I'm kind of glad it was a purple and a red up there, not two purples, because I'm pretty sure one of the purples would have healed the other guy. I'm just here putting pressure on this guy, making sure he backs off. I just really want them to back off. Reapply my buffs. So I was at this point. I'm making sure not to go too far from my team. I left purple alone just a little bit because they just healed up completely. I'm just dotting them up, seeing how weak they'll get. Ran back up the stairs with my team, making sure they stay healed up. Drop a vigor. Always drop those vigors because healing is definitely good points if you're trying to get on the leaderboard. Just put a whole bunch of dots on them. Okay, there we go. You see, the group finished him off. The group finished him off. It was my kill, but the group finished him off. I wouldn't have been able to kill him on my own. He's too tanky. Just getting a stand back, doing heavy attacks, constantly applying that vigor. Yeah, this guy tried to run around. I was kind of worried about my team because they were still sitting back a little too hard. But they were okay since no purple was around. And red was pretty much the farm team this play. We're still pushing together. All the dots fell off of him, but we pretty much got him at this point. Okay, we're all together again. I back off because I know purple's coming around the corner. Now my team went up the stairs, which is a rarely good idea since they could break line of sight. But purple's went this, two of them went this way, which was kind of a given. We could pretty much pick them off. They didn't hit too extremely hard. I stepped in front of him to try and heal him, and it pretty much worked out well. He survived, and I'm taking the brunt of the damage here. Got 2 kills. I think I got 1 or 2 kills. I broke line of sight just to get behind the wall. The guy saw me. The healer saw me and healed me, which was great. Good job on the healer. I wanted to finish this guy off, so I stayed on him a bit longer. Those two were healing each other, so they were good. He had heals going out. I had like 4 dots on this guy, then the Dawnbreaker didn't land. Just continuously putting on pressure. And I back off. Nightblade sees me. He's putting damage onto the other guys behind me. The healer's making their way back up the stairs in a second. Here they are, yep. We got the heals going out. I got my vigor tickets going. We're all grouped up. We're applying pressure. I'm dropping dots. I'm putting out damage. That's how you're supposed to do it. And then I think I drop my Dawnbreaker in a second. Nope, I back off. I just wait to see what happens. I'm just doing heavy attacks, making sure my stats stay up. Yeah, just dropping vigors constantly. I'm just watching and see what my team is. Just constantly dropping vigors. I know that guy's really weak, so I'm probably going to try to kill him. Nope, I just run up the stairs and heal that guy. I want to make sure he's healed up possibly. I want those healing points, and I want to make sure none of them die. Now you see the point spread? We pushed up ahead of red, even though they were like 100 points ahead of us. And we're pretty much marching on purple at this point. We got a good Dawnbreaker on them. Just drop them there, and we keep on moving. You see how easy that is when you coexist with your team, when everything functions? Now, like I said, I got most of the heals, but I would not, excuse me, I got most of the kills, but I would not have gotten most of those kills without them. Like, I totally would not have had enough damage without them, because, I mean, most of them were healers that we're fighting against. Now, going back to the match, I noticed I overextended, so I backed up. I want to make sure my team can survive. I was going back out, but they keep backing up, so I know they're in their party together. I know they're chopping it up together, telling them to be careful. Now get this guy off my teammates. I throw out another vigor here. I make sure that those guys can stay up. I saw CDLJ 2011 had went to the other side. He wasn't totally aware of where we were at times, but he did a good job of escaping when he could. But he should probably work on that. If he works on focusing with the team, he can probably do more damage. Okay, I took that kill. I'm putting pressure on Ghost here. I didn't get the Dawnbreaker. He's pretty good at avoiding Dawnbreakers. Now, I leave him alone. I go back to my team because I see that they're taking a lot of pressure. I throw out a Vigor. I keep applying pressure on red, staying with my team, applying any Vigors that I need to. I push on red to make them back off my team a little bit. I don't overcommit. I try not to overcommit to this. My team ran in the mid with me. I was hoping they wouldn't do that. I was hoping they would sit back a little bit longer, but purple came right behind. I was trying to save that guy. Couldn't do anything to save him, and I got focused here, and I think I died. Yeah. So pretty much that's the whole match. A lot of it was just trying to focus on strategy here. A lot of it was focusing on strategy. If you focus on working with your team more often, you'll really succeed a lot easier. You'll focus on focusing on being a team player and following a specific role. Like when I play as a guardian. I'm gonna do damage, but I focus on playing as a guardian, no matter what class. That's usually what I like to prefer to play. Now pause the video before it goes off. Yeah, playing as a guardian is usually the role that I play, even though I play DPS classes when I play. I don't really play tank too often in PvP. But yeah, that's usually how it goes. I think the match ended right here. Let me show you the scores. Yep, here are the scores. Now, like I said, my teammates didn't get a whole lot of kills, but they did a good job with the assists. They did a good job. They got some kills, especially even the healer got kills, but and got a lot of points. Get close to 2K points on the bottom end. Rug 37 got almost 3K points. 3K points, good job. A lot of the players on the other team got a lot of points too, good job. But mainly my team, they got a lot of assists, which was good. I mean, the healer didn't get much, but their job was specifically healing, which is the most vital. So I can't even get on them about that. Other than that, they all did a really good job, and I'm very proud to be on that team. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the commentary. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.